let's talk about some heat between Jamahal Hill and Khalil Rountree. Rountree claimed ahead of their fight this weekend that there won't be a drop of blood on his face.
I will not have any blood on my face in this fight. I cannot say the same about my opponent, but you can expect that however you see my face right now is going to be exactly the same on Saturday night after the fight. So no blood from me. That's my promise.
On seeing this, Jamahal Hill immediately reposted that clip on his Instagram and simply wrote, okay bro, with a laughing emoji. But that wasn't it. He also threw shade by posting Rountree's official UFC stats. 3.73 significant strikes landed per minute and 4.51 absorbed. Jamahal added a thinking face emoji. Oh boy, if thought that was enough, you are in for a surprise. Now at the UFC Baku Media Day, Jamahal made it crystal clear what should be expected once they are in the cage.
If he's not expecting to have any blood, then he's not really ready for war, and he don't really understand what's in front of him. So he can expect that. So whenever I open his face up and he starts to see it, then we're gonna see what he does and how he reacts then. This guy gets hit more than he hits anybody. Like that's literally a stat of his whole career. Like that's a wild statement. That's wild. But you know, he said a lot of delusional things. He's hanging his hat on the fact of, oh, I lasted longer than he did against Pereira. We have other common opponents. One that I knocked out, one that knocked him out. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it is what it is. Whatever he has to do to sleep at night, whatever he has to do to get himself up to fight and get himself in there, I'm good with it. It is what it is. He's already made up a fake beef with himself, so he's a weirdo.
Renato Moicano says he would back Kamaru Usman to beat Islam Makhachev if this fight ever happens. And obviously this stirred up debate among fans, with many believing Kamaru doesn't stand a chance against Islam. But Moicano came with receipts. He went on to explain, saying he didn't feel Islam was physically strong during their fight. Here is what he had to say.
Islam beats JDM. He said it's the former pound for pound versus the current pound for pound.
I would put my money on the old brother.
Usman? Really?
Yes, 100%.
Their wrestling negates each other, and it's a striking match. And then I think Islam's a better kickboxer.
Brother, he's so much bigger than Islam.
I don't think he is.
Yeah, he is.
He did actually tower over Buckley. I was surprised.
Islam, on his last fight, on our fight, he was lighter than me. He was like 178.
I remember that. He was 2 pounds lighter,
you know,
yeah.
2 or 3 pounds lighter.
Yeah. Who do you think would have more success taking the other guy down?
I think Kamaru Usman.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
People gonna crucify me for saying that. I didn't think Islam was that strong. I think he's a master of technique. The way he got the dark stroke on me, he was putting pressure, and then he let the pressure down, and he say, hey, okay, try to escape, motherfucker. Then he got it. You know? So this is skill.
Charles Oliveira isn't wasting time with mind games. Ilia Topuria recently posted training clips to his socials and took a shot at Oliveira, literally telling him not to forget to bring his pillow. But Oliveira just laughed it off. In an interview with MMAfighting.com, Charles made it clear he's heard this all before. He said, I don't like to talk about it because everything we say becomes noise. But I think we're past that already, right? It's 15 years in the UFC. I was just a kid when I first went in there. Everything I say has meaning. I'm just a kid among the lions, and now I feel like a lion among the lions. A different lion. A bad lion. He added that fighters have tried to mess with his head before, and failed. The last one said Charles quits, and I went in there and ran him over. Charles has no hands? I went in there and knocked him out. Charles this, Charles that, I got it done. So many crazy things. If the idea is to keep talking and see if it gets in my head, man, I just laugh. Instead of wasting time on words, Charles is all about preparation. These guys are irrelevant. While they're talking, I'm training. I'm dedicating. You know me. I'm not the type to keep posting or talking. I know what I have to do. The fight is on the 28th. I have 2 weeks to make it happen. I just have to stay happy, stay close to the people I love, and stay training. I don't know how to do that, to talk like that. I don't know how to sell a fight like that. It's not my way. Let me make the money I'm making, because that's the only way I know how to do it. When the cage closes, I know what I have to do. Walk forward, land my hands, and in the end, what matters most, have my hand raised. Let us know if this complete focus will pay off against a well-rounded Ilia Topuria, because we have seen laser-sharp focus fail before. But jokes aside, focus on hitting those like and subscribe buttons. Thank you in advance. Meanwhile, Ilia Topuria has been putting in serious work. He posted a clip of his body composition test on X and said, "Final test, we're better than ever." According to the test results, Topuria's muscle mass heading into his lightweight debut is literally off the charts. The clip shows the technician in shock saying it's literally off our charts. So while Charles is staying quiet and grinding, Topuria's making noise and muscle. But let us know who you got winning. Ilia Topuria or Charles Oliveira?
Yeah, 32. Great, perfect. And then once it tells us your numbers, if you just stay on there for me. Sends like an electric current through all those electrodes, and it tells us fat mass, fat-free mass, and total body water. Pretty cool.
¿Qué te están haciendo? 50 sombras de Grey.
1.71.
To the work that you've done this camp, your skeletal muscle mass, it's literally off our charts.
Fiziev warns a bloodbath against Bahamondes. Rafael Fiziev is set to return against Ignacio Bahamondes this weekend, and he's expecting violence. Fiziev is coming off 3 straight losses and looking to bounce back with a bold statement.
It's big risk for him, and I'm sure he not in his on his career he not have people like me, fighters like me, and it's gonna be tough night for him. Technically, it's bone to bone because he like to go forward. I like to go forward, and he's a big guy. I'm a small guy, and if you're small guy fight against big guy, you have to go forward. You have to pressure him. So, yeah, it's bone and bone. And when bone and bone meet each other, it's like it's always blood.
Curtis Blades' eyes title picture with win at UFC Baku. Heavyweight contender Curtis Blades is fighting Rizvan Kuniev this weekend at UFC Baku, which is also Kuniev's UFC debut. But Blades isn't underestimating him. Blades also believes his experience against guys like Francis Ngannou, Mark Hunt, and Derek Lewis will give him the edge.
Obviously a little shocked that he wasn't already in the UFC, so this will be his UFC debut. But beyond that, he's got a good record. He's a heavyweight. We all swing heavy. We all hit hard. So it's not like I'm be like, oh, this guy's a bum. No, they're bringing him into the UFC. They're giving him to me, so he must be someone of note. He doesn't seem like crazy athletic. Like I've gone against Aspinall twice. Like when I mean like athletic like that. I don't, beyond your standard, just haymakers and heavy shots. I don't see anything crazy. So I've seen almost everything. I've gone against heavy hitters, Derek Lewis, Ngannou, Hunt, Sergey. So like I feel like I'm prepared. I get to take advantage of my experience and wisdom in the octagon. I mean, I'm always looking to protect and to add on to my legacy, and really we all want to win. You get twice as much if you win, so that's really the goal. That's always the goal. The goal is to win, and in doing that, all the other things happen. I defend my ranking, I defend my legacy, and I prove that obviously I deserve higher ranked guys.
And finally, Rampage Jackson posted a video of himself getting slapped in the face by a woman while taking a shot at a pool bar. He captioned it, "After all the dudes I've slapped, I had it coming."
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's gonna wrap it up for today's MMA news update. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon for daily fight content. Got a favorite headline? Or a prediction for Oliveira versus Topuria? Let us know in the comments below. Catch you in the next one.